What do we shoot Timu's here? Since this week, I'm doing my reviews for Meg Ryan movies because she is, of course, returning to the big screen this week for What Happens Later. And obviously, she's worked with Tom Hanks a lot. So I'm pretty much doing my reviews for Meg Ryan movies. One of which is, of course, one of her few collaborations with Hanks, and that is Sleepless in Seattle. Now, Sleepless in Seattle came out all the way back in 1993 and was directed by the late great Nora Ephron, who's of course put out some other intriguing films. Of course, her other credits also include stuff like You've Got Mail, also with Hanks and Ryan, the Bewitched remake, Julia and Julia. I mean, she was pretty much like the queen of rom coms. As a director, and Sleeping in Seattle is a really intriguing film. Of course, this is pretty much inspired by the iconic 1957 film And a Fair to Remember. And if you guys don't know much about the story here, you got Tom Hanks who plays Sam Baldwin, whose wife ends up passing. So he moves to Seattle with his son Jonah, played by Ross Magner. And when like Jonah calls into like a talk program to find like a new wife for his father, Sam grudgingly gets on the line to like discuss his feelings. And so you got Annie Reed played by Meg Ryan, who's his reporter in Baltimore, who hears Sam and pretty much speaks and falls for him, even though like she's engaged. And she has a writing Sam Aller asking him to meet her at the Empire State Building on Valentine's Day. And of course, this does have the one of the most iconic scenes in romantic film history, with the Empire State Building scene, which is really so iconic in its own right. And the chemistry between Hanks and Ryan is both really decent. Let me see. So, yeah, this was actually their second collaboration. Of course, the first was Joe versus the Volcano, which is not really like the best one, but that was a really decent one. So I'll talk about that here a bit. But Sleeping in Seattle is really great. Of course, the Father Son Kid was great. Uh, definitely one of the best romantic comedies of the '90s. This really signifies what a great romantic comic could be. And besides Hanks and Ryan, it also had a really decent cast that included the likes of Rosie O'Donnell, Gabby Hoffman, Bill Pullman, Rob Reiner. You also had Victor Garber, Rita Wilson. Like, talk about interesting cast here. I mean, it is a remarkable film worth checking out. It is a '90s classic gem. Of course, Hanks and Ron will go on to work together again after this with You've Got Mail, which I'll talk about also. But yeah, if you guys never see Sleep in Seattle, you can find it on Hulu. It is definitely one of the best like rom coms of that decade. Definitely a really decent one. Anyway, let me let you guys. Have you ever seen Sleepless in Seattle? If so, what's up? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy signing out.